Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm KSLA First Alert meteorologist Matt Jones. We got some rough weather on the way as we head into tomorrow night. So let's jump right into that forecast. Your first alert here for Thursday. A strong cold front is pushing in from the west, and that's going to bring the potential for some locally heavy rainfall to much of the area. Could see some flash flooding with some of those heavy rainfall rates, and severe weather is looking more and more likely as we get closer to this event. In fact, right now, parts of the Arklatex have been upgraded to a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. So that's an enhanced risk, and that includes many of our northwestern zones right along I-30. So from Longview, Texas, up through Mount Pleasant, Texarkana, Idabel, and then the rest of the area underneath that 2 out of 5. That's a slight risk. But as we get closer and closer to this event, it looks like all the ingredients are really coming together to create some pretty rough weather. So here's a look at the individual threats. We could see a few isolated tornadoes out there Thursday into Thursday night. Damaging winds, that's going to be the biggest concern as this turns into a big squall line and pushes across the area by Thursday night. Could see damaging wind gusts over 70 miles an hour. Also the potential for some flooding rainfall. And we could see some very large hail, especially across portions of Texas and Oklahoma. Let's skip ahead to tomorrow. There's 7 a.m. and we start off the day on the quiet side. We will wake up to maybe just a few light showers. But as we get closer to, say, the mid-morning hours, that chance of storms will start to ramp up, especially there across northern Texas. By noon, you see those stronger storms starting to get closer to our Oklahoma County there. McCurtain County could start to see some activity by the lunch hour. But it's really not until the mid-afternoon that things really begin to light up. And again, we see these storms developing from East Texas all the way through Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma. Some of these initial storms could produce some hail, and there could be a bit of a tornado threat with some of this afternoon activity. But I think the main round of storms will start to form in East Texas by the evening. You see that big line developing. That's going to be along the cold front. That's going to turn into a squall line as it pushes across our area by mid-evening. Damaging winds, the primary concern with this, but there could be a few embedded tornadoes with the line as well. That continues to march its way through the area at least through about midnight, and then after that we will begin to quiet down as we head into early Friday morning. And rainfall potential is going to be pretty high with this, especially along and south of I-20 through Friday morning. You see that purple shaded area. That's over 2 inches of rain, so that's why we could see some flooding issues across our area. Briefly talking about today's weather, again, there's not much going on out there today. Partly to mostly sunny, a very pleasant afternoon. Should get up to around 70 in Shreveport. In fact, most places along and south of I-20 near 70 degrees, and then it will stay a bit cooler north with mid-60s there. And then the cold front, of course, moves through tomorrow. That brings the threat of severe weather for Thursday and a huge drop in temperatures behind this front. A lot of cold air associated with it. So St. Patty's Day looks a lot colder, 53 degrees, and notice those overnight temperatures as we approach the weekend. Down in the mid-30s, we will likely see a widespread frost. Could even see a freeze across our northern areas over the weekend, and it's going to stay very chilly through early next week with high temperatures only in the mid-50s.